industry has experienced multiple epidemics and pandemics like AIDS, tuberculosis, influenza, extreme acute respiratory syndrome, H1N1, among others. In such a situation, most often, this leads to stymied economic activity affecting businesses in many ways than one. Now, COVID-19 pandemic is seeing sectors like retail, restaurants, hospitality and aviation struggling, while pharmaceuticals, e-commerce and tech giants are prospering. According to a Financial Times list of businesses that performed well during the pandemic, in terms of equity value added, several big and established companies have prospered despite tough conditions. Top 10 companies on the list were Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Tencent, Facebook, Nvidia, Alphabet, PayPal, T-Mobile. Reliance Industries is the only Indian company to feature on this list of businesses that prospered during the coronavirus enforced lockdown in terms of resilience during the pandemic. But why large corporations maintain dominant positions while small and medium enterprises struggle to stay afloat? Number 1. Research and development expenditure. According to an analysis by the Harvard Business Review, a major reason for growing corporate divide between big and small firms are the growing R&D expenditures by large firms. This gap is most apparent due to crisis. Number 2. Technology. The pandemic is working in favor of major digital and tech players. Big resourceful organizations are the first to adhere to growing tech demands like shifting to contactless payment services or moving employees to work from home. For instance, reports suggest that sales of wearable fitness devices increased during the pandemic, which was met by companies. Preliminary research also pointed at these fitness trackers to be early coronavirus warning system. Entertainment. OTT streaming services like Netflix and Prime Video have seen unreduced if not increased user base during the lockdown, dominating online traffic. Number 3. Trust. In 2016, of the largest 100 economic entities, 31 were countries and 69 were companies. Employees, customers and investors put their trust in big and reputed companies during uncertain times. Amazon stocks topped $3,000 in share price for the first time on July 6th amid hiring spree and surging demand. Moderna's announcement of promising early trial results of its vaccine program had also raised investor confidence in the company that took its stocks to all-time high. Number 4. Diversification. Companies providing hope of remedies thrive in a pandemic, that is pharma, healthcare and biotech companies. Big businesses, with the help of their size, capital and goodwill, can diversify businesses into these sectors. For example, as per a recent tweet by CEO Elon Musk, Tesla announced to assist pharma company CureVac to develop a COVID-19 vaccine by building RNA microfactories. Previously, Musk had offered to supply ventilators to hospitals as mass producers of masks, gloves, sanitizers, disinfectants and ventilators are gaining. Serum Institute's Cyrus Poonawala's wealth too grew the fastest among Indian billionaires because of the strong business of his company. Similarly, e-retailer giant Amazon capitalized on the growing demand for delivery of essentials through Amazon Pantry while keeping non-essential verticals like retail shut. Number 5. Government policies. To keep the wheels of the economy going, stimulus packages try to keep corporates afloat. According to the US Congress Committee on Taxation, almost 85% of benefits will be enjoyed by those making over $1 million or more annually. Research by McKinsey & Company found that small and medium-sized businesses are badly affected and that 1 in 5 may not survive past August 2020. Government policies alone are unlikely to save the cash-starved companies from bankruptcies. According to a recent study, 17% of startups in India have shut shop, while 70% are negatively impacted by COVID-19. Number 6. Accumulation of wealth. Even when the bubonic plague wiped off at least a third of Europe's population, it didn't lead to an equal redistribution of wealth for everyone else. Instead, people responded by accumulating wealth within the family. Similarly, Europe's largest companies in the long term concentrated their assets and gained a greater share of the market, while small businesses took a hit. According to Citi Research, SARS in 2003 to Ebola scare 6 years ago shaved off 6% to 13% off of the S&P 500 over different lengths of time. But rich continued to get richer during the epidemics. American billionaires got over $400 billion richer between mid-March and mid-May, with highest gains for Amazon's Jeff Bezos and Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg. Elon Musk saw his net worth jump by 48% in the 2 months. This surge was also seen largely due to the sharp recovery in stock markets. During 2009-10 H1N1 pandemic as well, from the start of the virus to its finish, the Dow had risen over 40%, making the rich richer.